And no, we love talking about all the different programs they have at the YMCA. Gosh, there's so many of them, Jackie. But when there's a new one that comes to surface, we got to make sure everybody knows about it.
Absolutely, especially when it comes to our kids. And we are very excited to talk to Alicia King, who is the Youth Program Director at the YMCA. And let's talk about some new things that are popping up.
Yeah, awesome. So we have some new things coming here at the Y for our youth enrichment programs. We're going to be having some new things starting for preschool age kids and that elementary age kids. So we really wanted to focus on adding more value to our Y membership. So these classes will be free to family members. So that's kind of like our biggest area of focus, just how can we get those families in during this time.
Great. It's called the Youth Enrichment Classes at the Y. So tell us what these are all about.
Yeah, so with these classes, we have preschool age classes where kids can come, like little artists, where kids can come and do some painting and drawings and themes every week. We also have some elementary age classes. One of them is big, is Youth Fit. Kids can come and have some physical activity, but realizing that physical activity can be fun. And we really think that's kind of important with some virtual learning this year too, getting those kids nice and active. We also have some parent-child classes where parents can come and work with their kids and just get that good interaction.
Oh, it sounds great. And I agree. We're so much in tune to our devices these days, especially with virtual learning now, that it's even more important to make sure you're getting up and moving. So who should be taking advantage of these new enrichment classes?
Yeah, so like I said, we have some classes for kids age 3 to 6 and 5 to 12. So anybody in those kind of age ranges. And Y members are really big for us. So then those classes are free for Y members. So that's just kind of a way to get those people into the door. So those people will love these classes.
So truly the YMCA membership, the family membership, is really designed for the entire family, not necessarily just for the mom and dad or the guardians.
Right. Yep. So that's kind of one way we can try to get those kids in too right now, since the Y has different protocols in place.
Yeah, and just another perk of being a Y member, so we just want to throw that out as well. Why does the Y want to invest in new enrichment classes like this when it comes to our youth?
Yeah, really trying to just add more value to our Y membership, but we really want to also help fill in the gaps for kids and families that are maybe adjusting to what new school looks like this year, whether it's online or you're fully in charge in school. So we really wanted to, help fill in those gaps, even if daycare schedules are looking different for moms and dads. Some are open and some are not. So really kind of trying to pick the times that we are opening these classes and trying to help those families. And the Y really wants to meet that community need, and we think these classes can help that.
This is Alicia King, the Youth Program Director over at the YMCA. Now, where are these classes being held? Because I know there's so many different locations for the YMCA around Greater Des Moines.
Right. So we have 5 locations that these are at: Waukee, Walnut Creek, Indianola, South Suburban Y, and Grub. So you can go to any of these classes there.
And let's go back to something you were talking about. Things are a little different right now. We're all very much aware of that. So how are we, because we're thinking of our kids now, how are we making sure to keep them safe, even though we're keeping them healthy by being a part of these enrichment classes? What protocols are in place for their safety?
Yeah, so right now, that's, we're dedicating all of our time to that. We've had so many different meetings to talk about this. So one thing that we're doing is, keeping kids 6 feet apart, having alternating drop-off and pick-up time, so that looks a little bit different. Definitely increasing hand sanitizing and just our toys and stuff. With those classes for those preschool age range where it's little artists, having stuff already at their tables ready to go for them. So they're not up and moving around their classrooms either. So just kind of having everything kind of preset. So yeah, we've been talking from opening to closing on those programs.
Okay, so this program is mainly designed for those 2 groups of kids that you talked about earlier, the 3 to 6 and then 5 to, 11 or 12?
Yep, 5 to 12, yep.
5 to 12. And what time of day are these classes being offered?
Yeah, so for the preschool age ranges, some are in the mornings, around 9 to 10. And for that elementary age is, after school, maybe around 5:30 to 6:30. So that way they can kind of go through their day if they need to be online or if they are in school, that they can come to these programs.
Right. Now, have you started them already, or are these coming up here in the real near future?
They start the week of September 14th, so in the next month or so.
All right, perfect.
All right, so I want to definitely go online, check them out. Alicia, as the youth program director at the YMCA, what are you most looking forward to with these new enrichment classes?
Yeah, so I think for me, just bringing into the positive faces into the Y right now, with everything kind of so crazy and so uncertain, really seeing those kids again back, getting the Y back to normal is kind of what I'm most excited for about these programs. Just really trying to build those relationships too, and make sure that they know that this is a positive time too.
Now, we mentioned the family memberships at the YMCA. What are most families utilizing at the Y nowadays?
Yeah, so we have swimming as availabilities, and we, all of our workouts and Group X classes are all open and everything too. So we're all open. We're just trying to start adding those youth programs to get those kids in there.
All right, sounds great. If people want more details and also learn how to be a member of the Y, because things like this are absolutely free for members, where can they go for those details?
Yeah, so you can just find out more information, or you can register right online at dmymca.org.
All right.
Wonderful.
Looking forward, just a couple of weeks away, Jackie.
Yeah, it's important to think about our kids. There's a lot of stresses going on right now, but we need to make sure everyone's staying healthy and staying active. And that's what the Y is going to make sure they do for your little ones. So great to see you this morning. Thank you so much for the great news of new enrichment classes.
Yeah, Alicia looks like she's going to have as much fun as the kids are going to have when they go to the Y and participate in these programs. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye, thanks.
Okay, bye.